From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Trying to beat the D deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they... Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Here comes the offense on first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. They'll try the run. Trying to get him a little... And they're still suffocating in their own end. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating...
Got a lot of running room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They were backed up in their own end. Now a bit of a change of scenery there across the 35, 1st and 10 from the 36. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver view, but when you look at Ohio State in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going.
And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Howard. He lets one fly deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40 yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll run the screen, and they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks, and he picks up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Getting some heat. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He fires one deep over the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the air, it's Howard. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. We are locked up to start the 2nd half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, start off the 2nd half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on 4th down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this 2nd half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. And they got him for the sack. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. 2nd sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The sure hands, it's Bernard. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try it over the left side. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put them up here in the second half. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Give to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give is to Miller. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Got a man. It's Henderson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Works the middle of the field. Open space at the 25. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a crease to the left. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He wants to pass it on second down. Into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Ready to try the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. To throw, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
On the move, he fires. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. To the air, it's Howard. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense will use a timeout, 22 seconds remaining in the game. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. He's got an open man. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air, it's Milroe. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Quarterback checking off. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David